I literally fell on stage.
Oh my God.
Literally. There was like a gap, there was nothing, and there was carpet. So you couldn't know that there was no stair. So I literally fell. Literally falling until your hands are... Do you know what that means? First of all, my neighbor, her shadow was literally shaking because you can't look, you have to smile. Her shadow was shaking. My first question, I even fumbled. I was like, Trivia, no, you know that, like, you know this answer. Why are you speaking too much? Because I remember, I think I said too much that was unnecessary, that I now ended up repeating the things that I've been saying. I was crying from morning to evening while reading through things and the things. What if they ask me this? What if they ask me this? So I was crying the whole time until they did my makeup. And I remember the makeup girl told me, stop crying. Now I was the last. I had to dress up last on pressure. Like the things had already started. They're playing music for the event to start, and me, they're still working on me, like working on my makeup. I remember the day before finale. If I tell you, I was this close to telling Misha, please let me go home. Like I was, I think at my worst, I was just like, I just want to go home. I miss my family. I miss being around genuine people. I didn't call the Miss Uganda guys that I was going somewhere, so they didn't bring the car. So I had to order Uber. I ordered Uber, and next to Garden City, you know that road has traffic. Yes. Guess what? It gets stuck. The battery goes off. And now we are stuck in the middle of the road. Remember, now everyone knows you. I'm in high heels, at least if you're like in palms. I had to walk from Garden City to Oasis Mall. And you know what's funny? I couldn't even order an Uber. I had to walk to the car, but the boy was walking fast. I was like, if I trip here. And the border guys kept calling me Nyabo Uganda. I follow the Miss World page. Me and one of the Miss Uganda team guys, he's called Patrick. He's always sending me things, like he's always giving me tips, like Trivia, now do this, let's do this. So I'm always about Miss World.
Welcome back to Originaires. This is a show where we talk to people who are movers and shakers in their specific industries here in Uganda. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I want you to just go like, subscribe, share to someone who you know might, love to watch what we are talking about. And also, if you have like 2 minutes, there's a link in the description. That's just a little Google form. Tell us what you think about the show, and also maybe suggest someone who you want to see on the show. Today, I have the newly crowned Miss Uganda, Trivia Elle Muhoza.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? How are you feeling?
I'm good. Yeah.
I want to start from somewhere interesting. I mean, Muhoza from Kampala. Tell us more, because, Yeah,
so I'm sure everyone is wondering, everyone is asking that question, but so my mother is from Rwanda, and I was raised by my mother, but she has a village in Masaka. Her family was from Rwanda, but she was raised and born here. My father is from Komansimbi, and his mother is a Muganda, and his father is a Munyankole.
Okay.
Yes. So that's where the Muhoza name comes from.
Yes, because this parade, they ask you questions.
But it's also I think a Lunyankole name, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not only
it's not only Rwanda.
From Rwanda, yeah.
Okay. Is there anything specific that you miss from home? Maybe food? What's your favorite local food? My favorite food, weird beans and matoke. Okay. That's my favorite food. Yeah. Yeah. Can you like cook the matoke? Like, can you actually cook it?
Yo, I think I can. But if someone tells me to like explain it, I can, because I've grown up in like a all-woman household. So we are always advised to like, not even advised, we're always told to like peel, to cook and all that. That wouldn't say I can fully cook matoke, but I know the first steps of it. Yeah.
I think that is what's mostly needed. Yeah. Can we get into like your school life? Where did you go to school?
Well, my nursery, I went to City Nursery Primary School. It's in Nankulabi, I think. And then I went to Nakasero Primary School, and I was there from top class to P1, 2 years. And then I went to Namembe Infant from P2 to P5. And then from, I think, P5 third term or second term, I went to Namembe Parents, and that's where I finished my primary. And my high school, I was at Seroma High School. from senior 1 to senior 4 second term. And then I went to Trivia High School from senior 4 third term to form 6. Then after I did aviation. I went to Uganda Aviation Academy. Yeah, that's how I finished from with an IATA later. Yeah. And I was the best in the country of that year, 2024. Yeah, so.
We'll get to that later. But you were basically, raised in Kampala, within the city.
Yes.
What kind of kid were you, if you could?
In my primary, I think I was a very shy, quiet kid. I used not to talk. I used to hide from people. I was very stubborn at home in my comfort zone, but around people I would be very scared and shy, and I would not say anything. Yeah. And then I think my high school, I tried to be friendly, but still I didn't have so many words as well. But I think what has brought me out of my shell is the Miss Uganda thing, because I think I've always been a very quiet person. But with people that I'm comfortable with, I am a yapper. Like I'll yap and yap and yap. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. And then really leads me to what led you to actually audition? Is it a thing of people telling you you should go and be Miss Uganda, or was it something like, you saw a former Miss Uganda and you were really inspired? What was it for you?
For me personally, it was just about improving myself as a person, as a human being. I felt like I was a very shy person and I didn't like it. I always wanted to be outspoken. I always wanted to be someone who can speak and people actually listen. So I didn't want to be that girl in the background all the time. So that's my personal reason. But I think in 2022, my family started telling me, you should actually join Miss Uganda, like my cousins. Yeah. You should join Miss Uganda, like you're the type of person who likes content creation, you like, dressing up and stuff like that. So they're like, you should try it and just see. You don't have to go with your head, basically thinking of the crown, but just go and have fun with it and just do you, and you never know what happens. So I think months before the audition, we were for an event with family. And my sisters were just talking about random things. And they're like, by the way, Trivia, you should do Miss Uganda. And now everyone is listening, and we're very many. Then they're like, yeah, you should do. We shall support you. You should go. So that time is when they actually pushed me. And I was like, okay, I should try it just to see how it goes. Yeah, and that's when I joined Miss Uganda.
So did you audition in 2023?
No, 24? This year.
Why now?
So I used to always want to audition, and I remember there's a friend of mine who used to always tell me, please go. But I was very scared of the outcomes. I was very scared. Everyone is scared of failure. Yeah. So I was scared of failure. I was scared of having expectations from people, from yourself. So I didn't want to have pressure on myself. But then, as I said, I wanted to improve myself. So I was like, if I don't get out of my comfort zone, and I'm always I will always do the things that I'm comfortable with, then I don't think I'll grow as a person. So I just decided to go for it this year. And that's when I got my phone from NRG, wrote it. I was very hesitant to hand it in. And I was at work, and my sister was like, no, let me even take you. She dropped me. And then I took my phone. So that's how it began.
Wow.
Because I actually thought they're not going to call me back. Yeah. Because you first write the form and everything, and then they choose, I think, the specific, because I'm sure we're very many.
Right.
So it took a while before they called us. So it was a random day, and I was going for a shoot, and they call me, and I rarely pick up numbers that I don't know. Even in my former life before Miss Uganda, I never used to pick up phone calls. I hate phone calls. Yeah. So just this time, I don't know, my heart just told me pick up. So I was in a car, and then I pick up, and someone's like, hello, this is Miss Uganda, they're calling you for an audition on Thursday. And it was Tuesday, so it was one day to the audition. Yeah. And I was like, okay, what am I going to wear? Yeah. So I didn't even say a lot in the call. I was like, oh, okay, thank you. I just cut the phone, the call short, because I was like, now what's next? What am I supposed to expect and all that? And I thought it's going to be just me, the judges, telling me, asking me questions. But when we reached there, it's 1,000 people, cameras. Wow. So it was crazy.
Yeah. How did you deal with that pressure? Because of course there's that fear of, oh my goodness, will this actually work out? But then you hit the reality of it, and just I have to put my best foot forward.
Yeah.
What was that like for you?
So actually, I would start from my first audition. When I went, I was dressed in boots. I like high boots, pants on top of my boots, and a black top, and I did a ponytail behind. And at first I was like, because always since high school, people would always tell me, but you look Rwandese, do you know Nyarwanda? Like, and I don't know the language. I only know Uganda. So they always tell me that. So I always thought like, if now my face is out, my ears, my forehead, probably be like, you're Rwandese. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to be myself from the beginning, and whatever comes, like, God knows what's going to happen. So I went, and I was fat, first of all. And I think that's one of the reasons, not like fat, but like chubby. Like I'm talking about big arms, chubby face. Like if you see my video of the first audition, it was crazy. I was very insecure of my body. So when I went for the, so when I entered, the girls thought I'm like, what is it called? Like one of the people who are going to, yes. So I enter and everyone keeps quiet. And I sit with them. And that's when they, like after sometimes one of the girls ask me, have you come to contest for Miss Uganda? I'm like, yes. They're like, oh, you look like one of the people from the team. I think I was giving confidence, and yet I was scared inside. I was,
because like for everyone to keep quiet, it's just like,
yeah, so I was like, you guys don't know what's going on inside. But I think that's the best thing to, like, for someone to never show what's going on inside.
Right.
But yeah, so after my auditions, I actually cried. They filmed me crying, and I was so angry. But I wasn't even crying because I failed. I was just crying because I actually did it. Like I was overwhelmed. Like I was just like, okay, I've actually done it. Now what's the worst that can happen? Because remember, they asked me tough questions, and I was just there. And I'm like, what am I saying? Like, I was scared, shy. I'm not wearing the right outfit. I didn't know the moment that I was not wearing the right outfit. But at the end of when they were cutting people off, they were like, guys, never come in boots for an audition again. and I knew they were talking about me because I was the only one in literally high knee boots. It was crazy. But yeah, so it was, it's been an interesting journey, I would say.
Right. And also, like, I think that the limited preparation that you had to do, because it was 2 days.
You don't know how to look like a model. Like, I think my work is even still lacking, because I'm just always like, look at her, she's moving with like, I've seen people move and you're just like, wow. But I think everything is a learning process. So yeah.
So I want to go back to aviation. Is that something that you've just abandoned? Is that something that you're actually pursuing? Were you actively trying to be a pilot? What was the...
Yeah, so I was actually not doing piloting.
Okay.
But though I always wanted to pursue dispatch, but dispatch was very expensive. It was around $4,000 US, something like that. So when I went to the aviation school, they gave me options. But then I decided to go with the airline customer service and ticketing because it was cheaper and it was more, like it's easier to learn. And I've always wanted to do something about, like, in aviation. Right. Like, I've always loved exploring new things and looking at and being around new faces, new countries, new people. So yeah, so I tried. Yeah, I do.
What's like your dream destination?
I would say Greece. Yeah.
The blue, the vibe.
That's my vibe.
Okay.
Simple, quiet, not too much. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Can we go on to the fact that, like, I think your parents, or I think your family was really, really supportive from the jump and, like, all the way through. Can you tell me a little bit more about how that went? Like, how did they support you? Of course, apart from encouraging you to join.
So when I told my mother at first, she just looked at me and was like, what are you talking about? But I was always the type of person, if I've said I'm going to do something, I'll always go for it. Like, even though you guys don't support me, I'll just try it out on my own. And if it goes through, it goes through. So I remember before the auditions went through and I had just done the paper thing, I didn't tell everyone. I just told my sister, my mother, and a few close friends. And I told them, please don't tell anyone. I'm scared. Like, what if it doesn't go through? What if they don't call me back? So my family, my mother was not, like,
Like 100%.
Like, yeah, like, go ahead, oh my God, I love it. No, she's just like, she's the type of person who prays about everything. Like, when they tell her I'm going to town, she'll be like, okay, let me first pray for you before you move on. So when she prayed, because the first time I went for it, she did not like approve. So when I went for the second auditions, she's like, you know what? Let me pray about you and see if this is for you. And show me, you pray as well. Pray and see what, you never know what God shows you. And I remember the next day she was just like, you know what? It's okay. What are you wearing? Like, she didn't tell me or it's like she saw something. She just said, just go. It's okay. Like, she was not like 100% in, but she was also not like 100% out.
I'm not going to stop.
Yeah, I'm not going to stop you. Like, if that's what you feel like you want, it's okay. My sisters were supportive from the beginning. They always knew I loved content, I loved modeling, because I've tried out modeling before. So they originally loved such things. So they were very supportive. My friends are so supportive.
Yeah.
So everyone was supportive, and that's when my mom learned to be supportive of it. Because at first, you know, the stereotype, short clothes, bikinis, they're going to think, oh, you guys are going for auditions and you have to wear like bikinis. So my mom was very scared of that, but she saw that it's not about that, and then she learned to love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also, like, the fans in general, I feel like you had so much support. Are they all your friends? Are they like people from social media? What was that all about?
Yeah, so I think I would say I have social capital because of my sisters. Okay. So my sister would know someone who knows someone, and then my friend would know someone who knows someone. Yeah. So it was just something like that. And you know, when someone loves someone that knows you, they will eventually love you because they love the person. Right. So it was just about that. My family's friends, my sister's friends loved me because they knew my sister. They didn't know me, but they knew her. So they were like, oh, okay, your sister is going. Yeah, like 100%. Like, just the support was crazy, was insane. Yeah.
Don't be so it, and it was just like, wow, the people love you. Let's talk about after auditions. You know, you go into boot camp. How many people were you at that point?
We were 26.
26.
Yeah.
First, before even we get into what happened there, like, what is boot camp for those who may not even know?
Yeah, so boot camp is like school. It's a house, and different rooms, of course, and you're sleeping like around 6 people, 4 people, depending on how big the room is. And it's like how you stay with your family for Christmas, I would say. Yeah, so different characters, different behaviors, different beliefs, different, just basic things. So it's not, I wouldn't say it's, because also before bootcamp there is pre-selection where they keep cutting people off every day, and that's the crazy part, because you don't know who's going to go through. The people that you think are the most confident. There is a girl that, I swear to God, we all thought it was automatic. Should be scared, and tell a girl, why are you scared? Like, you shouldn't be scared. So she didn't go through, and these things are very unpredictable. You don't know who's going to win. You don't know who's like. It's very hard to see. Yeah, because everyone is overly confident, and sometimes but not confident also. If you're just looking at the surface, you will not believe that someone else deserves to win. So yeah, so pre-selection. Now bootcamp, I was saying, it's like having different family relatives in the house, and you guys are just, so it's about learning. They see how you work as a team. They see how you are as a person, because when someone is pretending for a week, they cannot pretend for a month. Right. By the end of the month, at least your character has come out one way or another. So it's just about learning who you are as a person, and you yourself, now you have to learn to work under pressure, because there's some days where you have workouts in the morning, you have assignments, you have to finish those assignments, you have papers to do, you have housework, you have to clean, you have to look good. The cameras are always there. You have to do makeup in 30. Like, so it was bootcamp is, I think, the hardest experience of everything, but it's a very good learning experience. I loved it. After. During, I never. Like, during, I would always be like, I can't wait to go home. I'm so tired. So,
Did you have expectations of what it would be like before?
No.
You had no idea. You were just like...
No, I didn't. I just thought it would have like boarding school.
Yeah.
Like, you know how boarding school is. But also because the previous year people fought, I thought it was going to be dramatic.
Yes.
So, but in our year it was non-dramatic.
Really? There was no like competition?
Competition is there.
I mean, of course it's inherently a competition.
Yeah.
But like, you know, sometimes people play dirty. So like, was that a thing?
That one is there. You know, even in school, you know, even in school, it would be there and you don't even know. Like, you know, when people were very, now for me, emotional things get to me like so much. Things you say like, oh, look at your body. I don't think that can affect how I feel. But when someone affects me, like how I feel inside is like what breaks me. Right. So people sometimes will be overly confident, or you would hear someone say that, but Trivia as well, but Trivia isn't smart enough, but Trivia cannot speak, but Trivia cannot do this. So there were always those things that you would hear. But sometimes, man, I don't want to say it's girls because I hate that statement. Like if someone says it, I'll get so mad. But it's just, I think, competitions. Right. And competitions bring out the worst in everyone. I don't think anyone in bootcamp had a bad, evil heart.
Right. They're
but
mainly looking at themselves.
Yeah, but everyone is being selfish. Yeah. So everyone wants to win, everyone wants to crown, everyone wants, you know. Yeah. So I wouldn't blame them or say they were bad people, they were mean. But competitions are competitions. So yeah.
Okay. Is there a lesson that like sticks out to you from that space?
To learn how to work under pressure and to always put God first in everything that you do. Because if you let the background noise affect you as a person, you're affecting yourself. There are days where I would wake up and let me say you've had this and this been said about you, and you're like, am I really not good enough? So you're letting that background noise affect you. So I think my biggest thing was I always believed in God. I always prayed, like even when I'm in a class and I feel like I'm gonna get angry, just like, please God, like protect me, like please let me calm down. Self-control is something that I always prayed for. And because I think it's very easy to lose yourself amidst like such noise. You can end up doing something you would never do in your daily life. So it's something that I always prayed for, and I said I don't want to lose myself in this experience. I don't want to be someone the world wants me to be. I want to be myself and the best version of myself. So I never let the background noise, affect me. So I learned to work under pressure as well.
Tell me about that.
Because so I would say we wake up at 5. 5 we have workout. We used to say on a hill. So you walk, after the walk, you have exercise. I think the first week we all had menopause. You'd be going down the stairs and you just see everyone is suffering. So we had workouts for like an hour to 6. Then from 6 we have, I think 30, you have to clean the house. You have days where everyone cleans. You have to, now the bathroom I would say are like 5. You have to wait for everyone to get ready, but you have to do makeup, you have to iron, you have to get clothes to wear, and you have to be in class by 8. The paper, because to be earlier, you have to be there by 8, but the paper starts at 8:20. But you have to also read for the paper. You understand what I'm saying? So to do all these things in just a span of 1 hour was insane. When you have to wait for everyone else to finish showering, because not everyone is as fast as you. Not everyone is, you understand? So it was, and there are days where it would be so cold and you don't want to shower cold water, but you have no choice. So, and then sometimes you have to clean your room. Let me say you're staying in a room where some people are not as organized or as clean as you. So those things would also ruin your mood, but you now have to clean yourself because you're like, no, you can't do this. You just can't move your suitcase from here to here. Like, you understand? So just to do those things in 1 hour and to know that you have no choice. Like you actually have
to actually get it done.
Exactly. So to work under pressure, I think was the biggest lesson for all of us, I would say. So
has the pace reduced, increased? Is it more fast paced now that you are actually in the crown, or?
So now it's more of it has to increase, but for now I think we've just been busy with interviews and all that. So not really the things that we used to do in bootcamp, but I'm sure they're starting next week. So it had reduced a little bit because you don't have. First of all, you don't even staying together.
Yes.
So you have to. Yeah, but it's been good so far.
Do you still wake up really early, or you?
Okay, I am someone who takes long to do things. Now, mostly when I'm in my comfort zone. So now I try to wake up earlier than the time that I'm supposed to wake up, so that I finish by the time they come.
Yes.
For us to set off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any Miss Uganda format that you look up to, or you saw her reign and you were like, wow, she really did her thing?
All the queens did amazing because it's not easy. It's not easy being in the spotlight and you have to prove to everyone. But I would say the one that stands out for me would be Abenacho, because she first of all made the country get known internationally. She did amazing things, and then I would say Queen Bizu, because she started the project of Get a Girl Child in School. Also, Queen Ella, because she's so eloquent. The time she came to boot camp, I was just thinking, I'm like, lady, can I just learn tips? She was sitting and everyone, she commands the room the moment she sits down. Her hand movements and the way she says things.
And it's so effortless. It's how
it's her.
Is. Yeah.
It's her. It's not even forced at all. It's so natural. And I would say Hannah as well, because she did very good as well at Miss World, and she also left a very big impact in Uganda, even with the negativity and all that. And for the former Miss Uganda, Queen Natasha, she did amazing with the autism project. So all the queens have done amazing, but I would say those ones are the ones that I have in my head. I always want to pick tips from them.
Yeah. Was there a point in the entire process where you're like, wait, I might actually win this? What point was that for you? It was a complete surprise.
There was no point. I'm telling you, there was no point. I remember the day before finale. If I tell you I was this close to telling Miss J, please let me go home. I was, I think at my worst, I was just I just want to go home. I miss my family. I miss being around genuine people. I miss, because it's not, as I said, it's not like these people are not genuine, but you're not sure, and everyone is being selfish. So you don't know, you can't say, this is my bestie. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just a point, and you don't even have time to actually be on your phone and call someone to talk to. So I was an emotional wreck, first of all, during boot camp. But I have learned I no longer cry like that. But during boot camp, I think my biggest support system is my family. So the moment they're not, I can't talk to them. I break down easily. So the last day was insane, because the anxiety, what's going to happen, if this doesn't go like this, the time people have spent on you, the money people have spent on you, the money you have spent on yourself, the job you've left behind, the business you've left behind, all these things linger in your head, because the people that left serious jobs to come for Miss Uganda, and you leaving a job for a month, who's going to take you back? No one. So the money you spend, because shoes, clothes, makeup, looking good, hair, you always have to look good. Always. So even that, so I was just thinking now, the time people spent on me, the effort, the boosting of votes. You understand? There's a time, and I was begging my friend, please stop boosting. Please, I told them, I know you guys cannot be spending this money on boosting. Give me that money and do a business or something. You understand? So it was those points where I was imagine I disappoint people. The expectations from family, from yourself, from the fans, from the community, you want to prove them wrong, but you also want to prove your family that you can actually do it. So the pressure of the last day is insane. Let me tell you, everyone is crashing out. You will just look at this side and someone's eyes are red, this side someone's eyes are... So it was... the last day was crazy, because you don't know what's going to happen the next day. But...
And then the moment when you're on stage in your gorgeous white gown, and they read out your name as Miss Uganda, what was going through your mind? Because here's the thing, I wasn't there, but I saw the video, and I was like, it's almost like she did not hear that this, like, it's almost like someone had to be like, no, it's actually you. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, is that how you felt?
So, first of all, that day I was crying. I was the last they worked on for makeup. Literally, my eyes were swollen. So, I just want to like give you the whole story. So, I remember I was crying from morning to evening while reading through things and the things, what if they ask me this, what if they ask me this. So I was crying the whole time until they did my makeup. And I remember the makeup girl told me, stop crying. Now I was the last. I had to dress up last on pressure. Like the things had already started. They're playing music for the event to start, and me, they're still working on me, like working on my makeup. So imagine the disorganization. And I'm like, and then I dress up and I'm tripping on stage. I'm like, what? Like the devil, leave me alone. Yeah. So the whole time I was just like, oh my God, the evil eyes must be crazy. Because why am I the only one tripping? First of all, my shoe was cutting me behind. I had to put tissue. I was like, this day. So the whole time I just kept myself positive. I was just like, Trivia, it's a good day. Like trying to say good things the whole time. Now, it was so funny because after they did my makeup, I went to my friends. I'm like, guys, we're going to have a good time. Let's have fun. Because we had a dance at the beginning. He's like, let's have fun. Let's do our best. Kumbe, I was crying. We had to go. So I just went with, I wanted to be positive so much. So I said, I'm like, God, please help me. Like this cannot be. Now the time they're reading Miss Multimedia, Miss Photogenic, Miss this. And I'm there, they're not reading my name. And I'm like, oh God, Trivia, breathe. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. So now when that happened, I was like, you know what? I'm going to now concentrate on at least being top 7. And the only thing that was helping me is like, oh, I have a sash at least. Like, because that's what we always did. I would be like, okay, at least I have a first runner-up sash of regionals. So but when they read those names and you're not even among the people who got a sash, like now you want to do the best to make sure that you at least reach somewhere. So when they didn't read my name, I was like, you know what? It's okay. Let me work for what I can because that's done. So I remember the question, my first question, I even fumbled. I was like, Trivia, no, you know that, like, you know this answer. Why are you speaking too much? Because I remember, I think I said too much that was unnecessary that I now ended up repeating the things that I've been saying. And then I'm like, Trivia, keep quiet. So I kept quiet. But I think the whole time I learned what they used to always teach us, like in Miss Uganda, they always told us, even though your answer is wrong, look confident, look someone in the eye, pretend like you know, pretend for you like what you're saying is the right thing. Like for them, the ones who are wrong, who tells you my answer is wrong? So that's, I think, the one trick that I went with on stage. I was looking the judges in the eyes, like what I'm saying is right. So, and then tripping, the whole thing. And there was a point where we were top 7 and I was shaking, like I was feeling dizzy. I felt like, first of all, my neighbor, her shadow was literally shaking because you can't look, you have to smile. Her shadow was shaking. I was like, you have to make it. Imagine, and me, the lights are too much in my face. I'm like, okay, God, it's okay, one more question. It's just one more question. Now, guess what happened? I think after the whole question thing, the judges took long to like make a decision. So now they made us stand on stage for a longer period. So now the MC, the shoe. Imagine the shoe when it's cutting you behind. Like behind was usually like I had put tissue. Because in some pictures it shows actually. In some pictures the tissue is showing behind. And I was just like, am I the only one who's having a bad day or everyone is having? So, and then the MC is now asking us, okay, now since the judges have taken long, let's ask you guys some questions. The audience, and you want to know about these people? And in your head you're like, can you just tell us to go and sit? Like, let me tell you, the shoes for all those hours is the worst thing. Now, mostly when you're already on pressure, and you start like paying attention to the shoes, like everything just becomes so.
You're stronger than me because the tripping that would have been like my peak. I'll be like, you know what? That's a sign.
Let me go sleep. No, you don't even know that I fell at some top model. I literally fell on stage.
Oh my God!
Literally, there was like a gap, there was nothing, and there was carpet. So you couldn't know that there was no stair. So I literally fell. Literally falling until your hands are... Do you know what that means? It was insane. And this time, the stage of top model was not like the one of finale, like people on the other side. It was like first on the side and you guys are walking in the middle. So imagine how close people were. So the whole time I was like, and you know what's funny? Sometimes didn't even edit that out. When they showed it on Makula, I was like, guys, at least you'd have seen me and feel bad for me. Like, why are you doing this to me? So it wasn't the first time that I tripped on stage. But anyway, finale was insane because I was shaking. The lights are too much. You're hungry. You're in pressure. The heels are killing you. At that point, you lose sight. You're not seeing people. Like, you're not even paying attention to anyone else. You're just there. You're just trying to survive. You're just like, it's okay. One more 30 minutes.
Just make them smiling.
And the smile thing is insane. The fact that you have to smile through pain is crazy. So it was, the whole thing was very interesting. And then, so when they read top 7, because I had fun. I think they asked 2 questions, and the first question I didn't answer it well. I was like, okay, God, I don't think I'm gonna go into top 7. So when they read me, because the first judge read 2 names, and then the second judge reads my name first, I was so surprised. I was like, okay, now I have to make sure that this question that they asked me next, I ace it. Like, you know,
this is the last chance.
And you know, when they're asking other people questions, you'll be like, oh my God, I wish that was my question because I would have answered it so perfectly. So it's...
And then when you get there, your question hits you, you're like...
It's totally like... And you know, we all had like projects. So everyone, let me say someone else has a project of climate. So when they asked me, I think my first question was about climate. And one of my friends called Joanne, her project was about environment and litter. So I was like, oh my God, this question would be so perfect for her. And then they're asking her things about education. It's not like you don't know them, but it's like you didn't focus on it when you were reading through things you thought they would ask you.
What was your project?
My project was about domestic violence in, you know, the trauma that comes with domestic violence. So they didn't ask me anything like that. But thankfully, the last question was, what is the biggest problem in Uganda that you would want to solve? So now I had to say something about. So I was very happy. I'm like, thank you. Thank you. So, but the whole thing is insane. And let me tell you, when they read top, the whole time I was like, at least let me be second runner up. Like, let me have something. I cannot leave this stage and I have nothing. And then they didn't read me as second runner up. They didn't read me as first runner up. And then Miss Uganda 2025-2026. I'm there thinking, Chilabika, it's over. Because the girls that were there with me, the girls that I literally thought
Is there anyone else who you had expected them to say?
The first runner up and second runner up, Chirabo and Kane, I expected them. I expected Joanne Kankunda, like the girl was so eloquent, well spoken. Naigaga, like if I tell you all the girls there were very smart, they were very smart. Now Amina, I expected her to be like in top 3 because of her fan base and also because she has a great heart as well. So even I expected Becky. All the girls, the girls that were standing on top 7 were like the top dogs of my list, right? So the ones I thought would. So when they read me, I was just grateful. And I had cried all the tears in the day, so I had no more tears to cry. So
because I noticed, like, you didn't like cry, you didn't like react.
I had cried everything. I had no more tears, like at all. I had cried the whole day. I even had a headache. So where the tears going to come from? They were done. They were done in my system. But anyways, it was a great. It hadn't sunk in for a week. The whole week I hadn't yet believed that I was actually Miss Uganda. Because I was going to ask, like, how was it going to bed that night and be like sleeping and knowing that I'm Miss Uganda, I'm that, So we're exhausted. The only thing we wanted to do was sleep, but then we had something the next day and we yapped the whole night because I feel like the top 3, we click so much. We're all friends. So we yapped the whole night, but then also I think Kanye was trying to comfort one of our friends, so she was in the room with us that night. But we up the whole night. We're just like, oh my God, what are people going to say? What are people saying?
Right.
We didn't want to look on social media.
Okay.
We were scared at that point.
Yeah.
But everything went well because I have the best support system, and the people around me were. And the first runner up and second runner, I feel like if you guys don't like each other, yet it's only you guys who understand what's going on, then I don't know what you guys are thinking. So we are very good friends, and we always do everything, and we're just like, you know what, it's okay, calm down, try to comfort each other. So yeah.
And I mean, like, it's almost like night and day. I mean, of course, yes, you had a lot of support running up to the finale, but then, you know, after being crowned, and then, you know, most of Uganda knows your name, you're thrust into this spotlight. How are you dealing with that?
Every day is a different feeling. Some days you go to a crowd and no one knows you. Okay, not no one knows you, but like, it's not even like they don't like you, but I would say you're not moving the crowd, because everything is about learning. Now, the first weeks you've never spoken in a crowd, in a big crowd, so you have to actually impress people to like you. So I think every day is different, but nowadays we're getting a hang of it. Like every time,
Okay, like gratefulness aside, is there something that like kind of gets to you when it comes to the fact that you have to be,
the way people expect you to be. So for me, I'm not that type of person who's like, my social media, my TikTok mostly was always goofy videos, like goofy, weird videos. Now I can't do that anymore. I just look at it, I'm like, you look like a very boring person. The fact that sometimes you have to be perfect, you have to be a certain way, people expect you to be a certain way. But I don't, as I said, I hate changing myself just to impress other people. I feel like if you stay as who you are, so that people just get to love you as you, not as the perfect Miss Uganda. I feel like that's the right way to do it. So sometimes the fact that I can't do certain things that I would do on a daily, like yesterday, should I tell you what happened to me yesterday? So guess what? I didn't call the Miss Uganda guys that I was going somewhere, so they didn't bring the car. So I had to order Uber. I ordered Uber, and next to Garden City, you know that road has traffic. Guess what? It gets stuck. The battery goes off. And now we are stuck in the middle of the road. Remember, now everyone knows you. I'm in high heels. At least if you're like in palms or like singers, you can pretend. I'm in high heels.
You got out of that.
Did I have a choice? I had to walk from Garden City to Oasis Mall. And you know what's funny? I couldn't even order an Uber because it was going to take, there was so much traffic, like so much, it was not moving. So I had to call myself, like, please tell someone to come pick me up. So they picked me up, but they couldn't also come this side because again, the whole process. But it was not good, it was not nice. The guy they had to push the car past on the side. I did get out at that moment. I was like, at least I'll push it somewhere. And I pretend, when I moved out, I just walked as if I didn't know anyone. I was with a friend of mine, and I kept telling him, please stand on the side so you hide me. So it was, things like that. Now things like that embarrass you. But no one day you would laugh about it and be like, can you imagine? And you call someone and actually when you're still there, you're calling someone and you're laughing and you're like, do you know what has just happened? This Uber guy. But at that moment I knew that I can't complain. I have to stay demure. I have to walk and now you have to walk with as if you intentionally decided to walk. You understand? Like that's what you understand. Like you don't have to show that anything happened. You have to stay composed. So I had to walk to the car, but the boy was walking fast. I was like, if I trip here, and the border guys kept calling me Nyabogenda. But I was looking down. I was looking down with shades, and this time I didn't have my mask. So I had shoes on, I was just looking down and I'm walking very fast. And the border guys are trying to stop you to see if you're going. It was insane. So things like that.
Speaking of borders, did you used to use them before?
Yes.
Do you miss them now?
I do.
Because the traffic can get crazy.
You have no idea. Crazy. The traffic is the most. I think also now I would say Miss Uganda teaches you to be very patient. Because actually when they were writing for us, things you have to bring to boot camp, the last thing was patience. Imagine writing it. Make sure you pack all the patience you have. Because this thing is not easy. Like Now you have to be patient in everything. Now traffic is crazy. I swear the traffic. I hate it. The fact that sometimes you're like, can I get up? Like, can I wear a mask and shit? People want to see me. They tell you no, you can't. Like they'll know. So things like that I miss, like just the normal things someone would do. Yeah.
But I think the trade-off is worth it, right? What are you expecting for the future? What do you want to accomplish as Miss Uganda?
I want to accomplish at least reducing the rates of domestic violence, not only in women and children, but also men. Like the things, like yesterday I was watching a video of a girl who was being like, she was being cut like with a knife, and because apparently that she didn't sleep with a guy that, and yet that's the plan they had made. And I was like, you know, this thing is not about like stopping women or like encouraging women to leave these toxic environments. You have to actually start with the men and the children. Like these things come from way far, and I feel like these things can be reduced. And also when you only talk about women and children, like how about the men? You understand? Because
also, some of them also deal
it's a two-way thing. Exactly. And also sometimes for the guys, it has come from their childhood. Let me say they were in a household where the parents used to fight, and now for them also they grow up with anger, and when they drink, this and this happens. So I want to stop the rates of domestic violence. Like I feel like if we create awareness, like real awareness, not this awareness of posting TikToks of someone piercing someone, you understand? Like actually seeing what is the root cause of this, like how can we actually do things to change this? And I feel like that's the major thing that I want to work on, and just helping women and men and children, kids themselves, because these days you can notice when a child is going through something in their household. Like imagine you do this and then the kid you just like I'm not saying kids should not be beaten, but I'm saying how do you receive them after beating them? And that's what I'm saying. Like, don't create that fear of children. And I just want to reduce. I feel like domestic violence these days is the biggest problem in the world, and just to reduce at least an amount of it would be very helpful. Create awareness, creating skills for women and children, just not only like technical skills but digital skilling as well. So that's what I want to do for now, and that's my plan, and just to work towards that.
And then also in like the pageant world, what do you think about this world? Have you thought about it?
Yes, 100%. That's what I think about. So I think about it when I wake up. I think about it when I go to sleep. I'm just like, no, look at because I follow the Miss World page. Me and one of the Miss Uganda team guys. He's called Patrick. He's always sending me things, like he's always giving me tips, like Trivia, now do this, let's do this. So I'm always thinking about Miss World. Just how you're going to approach this. You have to be more confident. You have to be eloquent. You have to learn about everything in the world, not only about your project, but every single thing that is going on in the world, so that you can relate to things. So the learning is still continuing. So I have to learn. I have to have classes of public speaking, the walk. Everything basically, I would say.
Okay.
And I can't wait.
I'm really excited to see your reign and see all the things that you accomplished.
Same, I can't wait.
Thank you for making the time.
Thank you too. Did I talk too much? Thank you so much.
I absolutely love it.
Thank you too. I had so much fun as well.
Okay. Guys, if you want to follow Trivia's journey, links are in the description. Follow Miss Uganda, the official Miss Uganda, and Trivia.
Muhoza Trivia Elle on all social medias.
Okay.
Tell them to also get the app for Miss World.
Oh, absolutely. Miss World app, that's where we vote. That's where we, keep up. So be a new piece of cute. We'll see you guys next week. Bye. If you like this video, make sure to check out the rest of our page because there's so much more for you to see. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.